Dear friends, welcome to eSouthAsia.com Net TV. Today we have with us an editor, a writer, columnist and a silent change maker, Ajmal Kamal. Welcome to our program.
Thank you.
We know that you obtained degree in engineering and you got a business degree as well. And after pursuing your professional career into those areas, you shifted your journey towards another direction, and that is literature, translation, and especially I would love to mention about your outstanding literary journal, Aaj. So can you tell us about this journey?
Well, that's a personal journey, and during my studies I discovered that I had no interest in engineering. So I had to decide whether I want to pursue a career which will be totally dissatisfying for me. But it was not possible to leave it at this spur of the moment. And literature had always interested me, and I had been reading all kinds of books. As soon as I finished my engineering, I wanted to bring out this magazine in the tradition of little magazines that came out in different languages in the subcontinent, Bangla and Hindi. So myself and a group of my friends, we wanted to see a new kind of magazine which will look at the literature, modern literature in the contemporary world as a single unified activity. So there was some groundbreaking writing which was being done in Urdu, and we had discovered some writers from different parts of the world, and we wanted to collect them together in single volumes. So that was the idea behind this magazine. I began it in 1981 from Hyderabad, and I used the oldest technology, which was letterpress, in which you had those metal pieces that are bound together manually, and then you publish 4 pages or 8 pages, and then you break the type and compose 4 other pages. So from that, by 1989, when I launched it as a quarterly magazine, Urdu software had come, and we could actually make the magazine at home.
It's a complete paradigm shift.
So it was a change of a very high degree. So it became possible, and in the same period, I had decided to leave this profession, which was thrust upon me, which I allowed to be thrust upon myself. So I worked for an automobile assembling plant for 3.5 years, and I knew the first day that this is not the place I wanted to be. So in order to come out of that, I started pursuing this evening degree in business, so that I could, as a first step, shift from the shop floor to an office. So once I finished that degree, I joined a bank and worked for the bank for about 10 years. And at the end of that 10 years, I was offered all of us were offered a golden handshake. So So which made it possible for me to leave the job and buy an office space in the southern area, which is the center. There I created a space which now houses a small bookshop and our publishing office.
And it's an atypical publishing house, City Press.
Yeah, it is City Press, which was founded in '88, just before I left the job.
How had been the responses of your Aaj journal? What kind of responses you have received?
Well, this also has been a journey, and a journey of discovery, because we have a very small circulation, and I don't mind that. But we have a very interesting readership, because along the way I discovered that people like us, people coming from my background, most of them have stopped reading Urdu, and they have shifted to either English or they have lost interest in literature, which is which is what you hear all the time, that people have lost interest in Urdu literature and Urdu is dying. And so I don't think any such thing is happening, because new readers have joined in, and they are those who are first generation readers. They have brought the first book into their homes. So, and typically they come from a different background, linguistic background as well, because they speak other languages than Urdu at home. So they are bilingual people, they are younger, and they have a totally different kind of interaction and a relationship with everything, including literature. So what I have discovered along all these years is the dynamics of this process of change which is happening, and which is totally fascinating.
I told that you have a publishing house which is atypical because it doesn't aim at profit, rather than it goes for publication of books on development or other social issues or even translations. So how could you survive in the business?
Well, actually I publish what I want to publish, but the problem is that I have to make my passion or whatever viable. So I look at it from that angle. So I take up freelance work. I write for newspapers, I offer editing services, translation services, and then I put that money into these publications, including Aaj. Aaj does not have any advertising in it. Initially I...
Still it's following that ground rule of little magazine.
Yeah. So I decided that a magazine should be supported by its subscribers. So I am surviving. So the difference is that I don't use it to make my living.
Okay.
So I wanted to survive and reach its readers, and the readers should pay for it. So, and I can say on the strength of my own experience that this is possible.
In 2002, you were honored as an Ashoka Fellow for providing voluntary platform forum for people to discuss development issues or social concerns. How was that activism?
Part of it was my publishing, because we tried to focus on civic issues, how the city in which we operate is changing, and what the main issues facing the population of the city are. So this was also a personal discovery, because I came gradually to it. I brought out a special issue of my magazine in 1994 on Bosnia, because in those days Karachi was passing through a very difficult time, which it is still passing through, and we were hearing a lot about Bosnia. So I wanted to see, because the basic problem there as well as here was the ethnic conflict between different sections of the population of a city or a country. So that was the common thing, but I wanted to see what other commonalities are there and what other differences are there. And so we actually, it was a tribute from the city of Karachi to city of Sarajevo. So once it was out,